At nightfall, when shadows dance across your room and the silence reveals its secrets of mystery and fear, a world where reality has turned into nightmare is revealed. Experience Emily's terrifying adventure through an alternate reality where all familiar faces have taken on sinister masks of darkness as her journey unfolds. Step carefully along this terrifying path. Emily awakened with an alarmed heart pounding against her chest as if trying to escape its confinement. The room was in darkness, and chills crept up her spine as darkness enveloped them both. Reaching for the lamp beside her bed but only touching air, panic ensued when she realized it wasn't her own room at all. Walls unfamiliar and furniture unfamiliar were surrounding her bed. Where am I?" she whispered into the thick silence. As she slowly made her way out of bed and down into the hallway, a sense of foreboding gripped her like an oppressive blanket. Each step echoed ominously throughout the empty house, amplifying the feeling of isolation further. She called out for help, but it seemed as though her voice had vanished into nothingness due to the darkness enclosing it all. Once she saw them, it all changed. Malice-tinged figures lurked in the shadows, their eyes glowing with malevolence. But these weren't her loved ones. These were bizarre parodies of them. Her mother was now sporting an angry scowl while her best friend's laughter now had an edge that hinted of something sinister. As Emily realized the truth of her situation, fear began to creep through her. It appeared she was trapped in an alternate reality, where everyone she once loved had been replaced with their evil counterparts. Emily had long been skeptical of supernatural claims, dismissing them as mere superstition. Yet now that she was trapped in this living nightmare, Emily knew it was up to her alone to confront this darkness head-on, regardless of how frightening or terrifying it might be, and find a way back into her reality. Despite all that fear was present within her heartbeats, Emily found comfort in the strength and love she received from her mother, but that love had faded over time into something far darker. Cold and manipulative, Emily watched in horror as her mother wielded her influence to manipulate those around her to fulfill her own twisted agenda. Sarah had long been Emily's confidant, yet in this cruel world, Sarah's loyalty had given way to betrayal. Now her laughter echoed with poison, and her eyes held a hunger for destruction. As Emily explored further into this parallel universe, she discovered ancient texts which alluded to a malevolent entity known as the Shadow King. According to legends, the Shadow King thrived off chaos and despair, feeding off fear from those trapped within its realm. As soon as Emily understood this truth, she began her mission of confronting and freeing herself from Shadow King. With each step taken forward, the darkness seemed to close in on her more tightly and cause further discomfort. But Emily would not allow fear to overcome her. With inner strength at her back, she persevered, determined to wrest control back from Shadow King and restore her life. Emily discovered herself at last confronted by the Shadow King. His form was composed of shifting shadows with glowing red eyes that gave off an otherworldly light source. Emily felt fear grip her soul upon sight of its presence. But something stirred inside her. An inner spark of defiance ignited, shattering away any vestige of fear she had allowed to remain. With an almighty cry, Emily unleashed a wave of pure light that lit up every corner of her world. Emily saw the Shadow King shriek with agony as it was consumed by light, sending it back into its depths of darkness where it originated. And as its shadows receded, Emily felt herself drawn back to reality. She woke with a start, her heart still racing from her nightmare, but glanced around her familiar surroundings and was comforted to realize that all was back to normal, that the horrors of another world had passed her by. Yet she couldn't shake the feeling that darkness still lurked, waiting to reacquire its lost victim. Keep an eye out, dear listeners. The dark can hide many terrors that lie dormant within. Emily's tale serves as a timely reminder that sometimes our deepest fears lie within. Until next time, may you find light even on your darkest of nights.